नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरि ओं तत्सत्। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं देवतारिणं। परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। So we'll sing Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite as Radha Kund Appearance Day first, and then we'll understand the pastimes of Damodar Ashtakam, the Damodar, why we celebrate Kartik, what is Damodar month means. Then we'll try to see some significance of it. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते, गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, दामोदर रति वर्धन वेशे, हरिनेस्कृत वृंदा विपिनेशे, हरिनेस्कृत वृंदा विपिनेशे, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, वृषभानुदादी नवशशि लेखे, वृषभानुदादी नवशशि लेखे, ललिता सखी गुण रमित विशाखे, ललिता सखी गुण रमित विशाखे, राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरीते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते दामोदर रति वर्धन वेशे हरिणीस्कृत वृंदा विपिने से राधे जय जय माधव दैते वृषभानुदादी नवसी लेके ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरीते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते दामोदर रति वर्धन वेशे हरिणीस्कृत वृंदा विपिने से राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते वृषभानुदादी नवसी लेके ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरीते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते I go Premanandi, Hari Hari go. You all joining Hare Krishna. So this month is a very auspicious month of Damodar month. So how many of you know what is Damodar month means? Raise your hand. How many of you know? I see only one hand. So there are many names are there and many meanings are there. A lot of instruction. Whole month can be discussed. This whole chapter. I can discuss from Damodar Ashtam, from Vishnu Sahasranam. I can discuss from Ananda Vrindavan Champu. I can discuss from Gopal Champu. I can discuss from angles of Satyavrata Muni written by Sanatana Goswami Digdarsh Ritika. So from various angles this can be discussed, or more simplified version it can be discussed. So each verse there are almost I think 30 verses or so binding Krishna in the chapter 9 of 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, which Srila Prabhupada elaborates Yashodamai binding Krishna. That chapter has almost close to 30 or so verses. So each verse can be taken and discussed by length. So elaborate. Please take your seats wherever you are comfortable. Sofa or chairs or down. So Acharyas explain from the Puranas, especially Padma Puranas, Kanda Purana, many other Puranas. That's why I mentioned so many scriptures discussing the glories of Kartik month, the glories of Damodar month, many Puranas, many Upanishads, many other books written by Goswami. So that's why it is much elaborate topic. Today we will just very little in the interest of time. In the Chatur Masa, there are 4 months of period in Vedic literature, which starts with this month, this Kartik month, Damodar month, Urja, 3 names are there. We'll come to that, what it means. These can be done, the Vrata can be done from either from Ekadasi to Ekadasi, which is Shayan Ekadasi to Uttana Ekadasi. Lord goes to sleep, to Lord is getting up. Shayana Ekadasi, Lord is going to Yoga Nidra, Mahavishnu. Or the especially the or Dwadasi to Dwadasi. If you start on Ekadasi, you have to end on Ekadasi. If you start on Dwadasi, you have to end on Dwadasi. If you start on Purnami, you have to end on Purnami. These are the 3 ways. You can't start before or after. It has to be started. The month has to be, the Vrata has to be started on these 3 days only. And these tidis cannot be combined with anything. Especially if the muhurta of this Ekadasi or Dwadasi or the Purnami starts after sunrise, then you can't use that Tithi. It has to be before sunrise. That's how it starts. Especially we do from Sharad Purnima to Rasa Purnima. This is the month we consider. So out of 4 months of period, Chaturmasa, starting from Shravan month, then you have Bhadra, then you have Ashwini, then you have Kartika. These 4 months. Each month has a specific deity. Though all over the whole 12 months of year has a specific deity for each month. So in these 4 months also, these are Lord Krishna's expansions or Vishnu Tattva of these. That's why this month, Kartik month or the Damodar month, is also there are 2 significances. One is Lord Vishnu's name itself, Damodar. That's why in the Chaitanya Charitamrita one verse is there, Prabhupada translates there. This Damodar is different from Sri Radha Damodar. So that Damodar is general month significance deity is Lord Vishnu. The Sri Radha Damodar is Krishna himself. So there is a slight difference. For a general understanding, Vishnu equal to Krishna. But it is not exactly the same, but at least for general understanding, we can take like that. So in one sense, they are the same. Vishnu Tattva. And Krishna is the origin, but we can at least simplify it that way. So there is a 4 months period of starting. So the each month of Shravan, Bhadra, and Ashwini and Kartika. So for Kartika month, the deity specifically the goddess who is in charge for this month is Kartika Devi, who is Srimati Radharani. So that's why we worship Srimad Radharani throughout this month. Yashoda Krishna, Radha Damodar, we worship. As well, Srimad Radharani is in charge for this month. That's why 100 times benefit one gets any of these days. One engage in any kind of devotion service, just coming to temple. In Vratrasura Charitra, you'll see that uh, Vratrasura or Chitraketu Maharaj just attained supreme destination is able to meet face to face with Lord Sankarshan Balram, Lord Anantadev, in just 1 week, only 1 week. And Prabhupada there and translate Tad Darshana Samasta Kilbishai. By simply seeing the deity, one can very quickly progress, especially in this month. So everybody should try to come to visit temple and take darshan of the Lord. It has greater significance, especially today. Being today is even more significant. So may you all attain Krishna Prema in this life. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and Acharya Parampara, I am giving you the blessings. I don't have the authority, but I am drawing the authority and giving you these blessings and make your life perfect in this life. Acharya, Tasmad Ekena Manasa, Srotavya Kirtitavya Puja Cha Nichada. The four things one must do. Tasmad Ekena Manasa, with one point attention. One must hear. I will general example also I will give. Every day, everyone is hearing something or the other. You are hearing either political news or the sports news or some other news or the other. But rather here, that needs to be transferred to Krishna, hearing about Krishna, at least, if not whole day, sometime. We have to transfer that time, allocate that time. Tasmad Ekayam, with one point attention. Srotavasya and Kirtitavasya, glorify. In today's world, everywhere, same glorification going on, political leaders, the business, everywhere, the glorification of others, but not the Supreme Lord. So that has to be transferred as well. So the Srotavasya, Kirtitavasya, Dheyasya, meditation. We are meditating on something. The senses, sense objects are meditating on home, meditating on parent, meditating on friend, meditating on family, meditating on car, so many objects. But that meditation has to be transferred to the Supreme Lord. So Dheya, Puja means worship. We are all worshipping. Worshipping our parents, worshipping, offering respects to other different personalities. Sometimes, different heroes, Bollywood, cricket stars, so many in this world. Everybody has some hero or the other. So that has to be transferred as well. So these four aspects, Rotavasya, Kirtitavasya, Puja, Dheya, meditation, and Puja means worship. So these four things, one does it Nityada regularly, then he can quickly attain highest destination, supreme liberation, highest destination. And as per for this age, the Yuga Dharma for this age, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Any other path you may take, it is going to be very, very minimally effective. It is not going to work because mind is so filled up with unwanted things. So if I say in Hindi, you may not like it, but I will say it though. Still, ये मन पागल जैसा दौड़ता है रमता है so anarthas so many unwanted things it will mind keep on going unwanted things only it never wants to do anything in relation with Krishna just it goes even though you don't want but mind goes because many lifetimes so that's why when Acharya gives example of what is pleasure means Ramachandra Lord Sankarshan Ram Lord Balaram Lord Purusuram Lord Radhika Raman, Lord Krishna. This Rama is explained Ramante Yogino Ananta Satyananda Chidatmane Param Brahma Abhidiyate. That is the definition in the Vedas about Rama. That means who he gives unlimited pleasure by simply taking the holy name of the Lord Rama, by hearing about him, by meditating on him, by serving him like Lord Hanuman did. So he is constantly in the service. 24/7 is always in service. That's all he wants. So that the one can actually get unlimited pleasure by starting with the chanting the holy name. So that is the way one should worship. That is the best way to worship the Lord. More than opening the doors of the temple and start doing ringing the bell and doing that is, but in this age the dharma, just like in this country, in city, everywhere the laws given by the country, given by the state, given by the municipality. If you follow, then you are ideal citizen. Same way, that is the dharma for this country, for the place, for the state, city. Same way, the dharma for this Kali Yuga is been given with Kalau Tad Hari Kirtanat. Treta, no. Krutaya Dhyayato Vishnu, Tretaya Mejito Makai, Dwaparya Paricharyayam, Kalau Tad Hari Kirtanat. Each Yuga there is dharma. So that's why in Srimad Bhagavatam, when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, who is about to die in 7 days, he has been instructed. If you want to become free for anyone, conditions all simple, Doesn't matter what background, whether it's coming from Philippines or Russia or Japan or India, doesn't matter how what kind of background is coming from. For everybody, this is applicable. To Sukadeva Goswami. Etad nirvidyamananam and ichyatam akuto bhayam yoginam rupa nirnitam harer namanu kirtanam. So there are four categories here in this verse it is mentioned. Nirvidyamananam, ichyatam. Ichyatam means one who is desire of something. There are four kinds of people. One is karmis, one is jnanis, one is yogis, one is devotees, bhaktas. These four, for all four category, by simply doing the last word, Namanu Kirtanam, they all can be delivered, they all can attain. Even to get material benefits also, this will give. Even all for all four category of people. Ichatam, one who is karmis, one who wants to enjoy, one who wants to get benefits. Okay, I want to get a job, I want to get married, whatever those benefits are, whatever one is looking for, simply chanting. These are side benefits. It gives supreme destination, attaining Vaikuntha. But along with that, automatically side benefits will come naturally. As Damodar month, as Bilamangal Thakur says, Damodar Madhaveti. So he specifically mentioned, Bhakti Sthiratarat Vai Bhagavan Syad दैवेन फलत दिव्य किशोर मुक्ति धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष समय प्रतीक्षा. This dharma, artha, kama, moksha, people are running after Chaturveda Purushartha. These will come at a doorstep, standing and giving you all these benefits. For who? Bhakti Sthirataratvahi Bhagavan Syat. One who is worshipping the Lord with fixed up devotion every day. Which personality? Daivena Falati Divya Kishore Murti. Divya Kishore Murti means Yugala Kishore, Radha Krishna. That personality. They will get automatically these four benefits, it will come by default. So that's why pretty much in this verse also, etad nirvidyamanam, those jnanis, they don't want anything. They want to renounce. I have nothing to do with this world. So people want to renounce. There are one category of people. Those who want to enjoy, fine. So you can still chant the holy name, you'll get all the benefits. Mishra Bhakti, fine. So the Ichatam Akuto Vayam, devotees, no fear. They don't have any fear. Yoginam, those who want to meditate on Paramatma. So even for them also. But the best way is to chant the holy name of the Lord. But this is instructed by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. What is the best way? What I should do? After explaining so many different things, at the end he is concluding in 1.2.1.11, I think. So, yeah, this is a very important verse. Etad nirvidyamanam vichutam akuto magyam yoginam rupa nirnitam. Hare Nam, Rupa means O King. Hare Namanu Kirtanam, by simply chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this Kartik month, coming back to the Kartik means Urja Vrata, that means to increase our nourishment, to giving pleasure, to enhance our actual internal happiness for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna by serving, by chanting, by hearing, by associating with devotees, by coming to temple, taking darshan, all this process will give Urjavrata. She is the Urjeswari. Srimad Radharani is called Urjeswari, who gives that energy, strength, spiritual bliss, all these things. That is one of the name for this month is Urjavrata, the whole month. Niyam Seva, we call. Means what to do, what not to. There it is mentioned. What we are supposed to do? Offering a ghee lamp in three places. We are supposed to do. What are those three places? One, in the temple room, you offer a diya, ideally either with ghee or sesame oil. These are the two things. If you go by scripture, these are the two things. It is clearly mentioned. Either ghee or sesame oil only, nothing else mentioned. So, and three places, which is in the temple. Second one is at the tulsi plant. Third one is outside sky, means outside the home. So these are three places one should offer a ghee lamp throughout this month. So this is a prescription. And one should try to wake up early in the morning. One should try to worship Radha Damodar, chanting the holy names. And in the evening, one should chant this Damodar Ashtakam or here and then offer a ghee lamp. For our benefit, for our purification, by simply offering ghee lamp, we get immense benefits and we can attain the supreme destination. Along with the material benefit, naturally will come. We will be purified as well, along with all the benefits. So this is the beauty of this. Another Damodar month, Kartik month, Kartika, because it is Kartika Devi Srimad Radharan, that's why Kartik is mentioned. There is the other Kartik which starts after this month, that Lord Shiva's devotees does it, but that is different from this. So sometimes there is a confusion on this point. But that is in the Kartik month, which specified in the as per everywhere Puranas and Upanishads. This is the Kartik month we are talking about. And then Damodar means there are four definitions Acharyas give, or more also. Dama, Udara. You divide it. Means Dama means Dama, Udara. Udara means belly. Dama is rope. One who is tied with rope. Who's tying who? Yashoda Mai is tying Lord Krishna. What is that tying the rope? Are we all tied or no? Can anybody raise your hand? Anybody who's not tied? Let's see. Everybody is tied or everybody is free? Are you all tied or are you all free? Free? Confident? Confident? You are sure? If you are free, then you are already liberated here itself in this material world. Shastra clearly explains we are tied with three kinds of ropes. So the mode of ignorance, passion, goodness. That's why we have to engage in these spiritual activities. Because gross body wants to enjoy separately from the Lord. Gross body, daytime, gross body is trying to enjoy. Let's do this, eat this, drink, whatever. In the night time, gross body is sleeping. Subtle body wants to enjoy at that time through dreams. So mind, intelligence, pulse, is subtle body. So, but neither we are the gross body, nor we are subtle body. We are the spirit soul. So we cannot get the ultimate pleasure. However, we may try daytime, nighttime, we can't get the actual real pleasure. It is not going to be permanent. Anxiety will be there. It is because of the mode of ignorance and passion and goodness. Goodness also is a problem in this world. It has to be visuddha, so that means pure goodness. So that's why this Damodara means Damodara. One meaning, as I will explain, this binding with rope, affection. Yashodama is binding with love. Right now we are bound with all the material modes, lower modes, with all kinds of desires, not not in relation with Krishna, anything opposite to Krishna. That is what we are bound with. So, but Yashodama is tying Krishna. Now we have to transfer same thing. I'm going to give today all example is in relation with what we do today. Even if you go to Damodar Lila, it is explained in four parts: Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. So I again relate back to our day-to-day world. Every day we chant somebody's name: Rama, Krishna, Govinda, whatever names you have, your son's name, husband's name, wife's name. Every day we are calling. So that instead of calling that, you have to call Krishna's name more. Nama, that is the first thing. Rupa, we are seeing everybody wants to stand in the mirror. But if the mirror is covered, right now we are covered. When the ignorance is covered, how can you see? Everybody wants to see themselves. How can you see? You have to stand in the mirror. So that means in order for us to see ourselves in the mirror, mirror has to be clean. But if mirror is covered with dust, as Krishna himself is explaining in third chapter, that fire is covered by wood, and then the embryo is covered with amniotic fluid, and then dhumena amrito vashnir, and the other one is the mirror covered with dust. These three, that is mode of ignorance, passion, goodness. In three ways, this ignorance is covered. So the subtle body, gross body, subtle body is covered. Then how can you see yourself? Soul you can't see. Right now, the Atma to Paramatma, that relation is not awakened, sleeping. Because you can't see, because mind is filled. When the mirror is filled with fog, can you see it? No, you can't see it. So the same way, when the soul is covered with a gross body, first layer, second layer, subtle body, with mind, intelligence, false ego, can you see it? When the mirror is covered, this mirror is chitta. Our mirror, inside the mirror means chitta, consciousness, samskaras. That's what it means. Chitta or chitta, consciousness. It is all the same terms. It is to do with gross body cleansing and subtle body cleansing. Ultimately, then spirit soul will see its own real original form. That means whether a tree or a bird or a male or female or a river or whatever form originally we are in the spiritual world, and our relationship, whether it's neutrality or Dasyaras, master servant, or Sakyaras, friendship, or Vatsalras, parent child, or Madhuras. All these rasas are there, but it is polluted with something or other. So in this Damodar Lila also, there are three, four very outstanding. You can see it as soon as you read and hear. The first point is Manthan. What is Manthan is going on here? Yasodama is churning butter. For who? For Krishna. She is churning. So what is happening with the heart has to be churned. But Yasodama is churning butter and heart for Krishna. But our churning is going on for all material things. That has to be transferred as well. You do it for family and everything, but you have to add Krishna. You have many zeros. You have to add one on the left. That is Krishna. So if you do that, then naturally every relation can become effective and transformational and blissful. Otherwise, because as soon as two people are there, there is vivad. There is always confusion, conflict. There is always anxiety. But when Krishna is in the middle, no more. It takes time though, practice, because millions of lifetimes we have taken, we have so many things in the mind and intelligence in this gross body. You cannot expect in one day it's going to cooperate. It will not cooperate. So it requires a lot of transformation, a lot of taking, hearing, chanting, especially association is very important. When you are in touch with fire of association, naturally fire will melt. Fire will remove the contamination. That's why if you put iron in the fire, naturally it will become fire. No more iron, no more impurities. So that's why association is required. The key is association. Going back to the Damodar. So Dama means one is bound with ropes, that is with love. So that's why this manthan heart has to be churned. Which way? You can churn material ways, you can churn spiritual ways. You can transfer your attachment internal. It is all internal. Whatever we are talking today about Damodar Lila or any spiritual subject, it is to do with internal. Don't misunderstand. No, it is nothing to do with external. Whether you wear dhoti or not, whether you put tilak or not, that makes sense. It has some significance. We don't reject that. But it is to do with more than that, is to internal. What consciousness we carry in doing activities, that is very super important. However you may dress, however you may come externally, but internally if you are not conscious, but externally you may show up that I have tilak, I am Vaishnava, I have devotee, everybody has to give me respect. That's not so good. So it has to be internally conscious. I am trying to become a devotee. I am trying to become a human. Means humble first. So these things has to be practiced, then naturally will develop. Means not artificially though. When you associate with devotee, when you come in front of the Lord, when you see the Lord, then Lord will give the facility, Lord will give the transformation by which we will become humble, by which we can cooperate, by which we can become tolerate. Otherwise, you can't tolerate. Uh, we can give so many examples. Every day, this is the business. Everywhere, this is there. No one can tolerate. First, the adja of speech. So everybody wants to speak. So whether in the office or business, in the temple, everywhere, this thing goes on because it is requires a lot of patience, lot of practice. So otherwise, it's not possible. So to say, Damodar one is with churning. So internal churning has to happen. That's what you have to do. Stop external churning, do internal churning. Always introspect yourself. What I am doing right, what I am not doing right. So how can I fix it? If you don't fix it, it will go on. Children also do the same mistakes. The mother, father is not fixing. But for parents, we have nobody to fix it. So that is the problem. So who is that? Lord Krishna is fixing us. Guru is fixing us. Sadhu is fixing us. So that we are. If somebody criticizes, understand that somebody is cleaning your mess. So take that way. Don't revolt back. So that is what Acharya says. Even Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, some of the sadhus used to criticize him. Then when they passed away, then the disciples asked, Bhakti Siddhanta was asked about them. Who passed away, he was grave. He thought you will be happy. Disciples asked, I thought you will be happy. Why your morals were? Yes, I'm sadhu. He has now nobody to criticize, nobody to clean. I have so much, so nobody to check me. So by them criticizing me, they are checking me. So I'm being checked. I'm being grounded to trying to become, trying to perfect, trying to improve myself. Otherwise, I'm thinking that I'm up always somewhere there, but I have to be grounded always. So that's a guru. The exalted devotees also always try to take everything in the direction towards Krishna. They don't take even the negativity what comes in their life as something which they have to react back. They are very, understanding, adjusting themselves within the heart. So that's it. It's to do with internal. So this is what churning means: internal churning, not outside churning. So and then that's what tying is mentioned Damodara. The other meaning is one who is having all the whole world, all the universe in the belly. is also called Damodara. That's why another name. The other meaning is one who controls is Sama Dama. Satyam, Titiksham, Arjam, Astikyam, Brahmakara Svabhajam. That Dama, controlling. One who is controlling the whole world is the supreme controller. That is another meaning of Damodara. There is one more meaning. So, total four meanings. One who gives pleasure so to the devotees. So, in this way, Damodara, four kinds of meanings is given. Let's look at the time. 12:47. So 15 minutes more there. So this is what Damodar means. Hope you all understood. Everybody understood what Damodar means? Yes? Any questions so far? Is it clear? Anything confusing? Anything confusing till now? Okay. Anyone has questions so far? Especially kids. Okay. So we discussed what is Damodar month means, what is Kartik month means, what is Urjavrata means. Definition is given, and the fourth month. Even if you don't do Chaturmas, 4 months, 3 months, first 3 months, starting from June, July to August, September, October. The last month is October to November is the Kartik month, Damodar month, Urjavrata. If you do just this month, you will be highly benefited. If you cannot do the whole month, last 5 days from Uttana Ekadasi to Rasa Purnima, 5 days if you can do, you can attain the supreme destination if you do 5 days properly. That is called Bhishma Panchak. Lord Bhishmadev himself has done these 5 days with the intense absorption. Intense absorption. That's why Krishna was personally there standing. Because 400 plus years I have wasted, my mind is everywhere. Now I want to bring the mind and intelligence to your lotus feet. Please give me your intelligence and strength so that even he is lying on bed of arrows. He's offering his prayers. I don't want any other material connection. Now I want spiritual connection, attachment to you. I want to relinquish all the things internally, whatever relation, whatever everything I had internally, everything I want to bring it, purify that and bring it to you. So the last 5 days is significantly observed. So that is as Rachar has explained. At least try to do the last 5 days from Uttana Ekadasi to Rasa Purnima, 5 days. Then even 5 days will give immense benefits. So now in the Damodar month, Sanatana Goswami explains in the different ways, as I mentioned, Nama, Rupa, and Guna and Lila. Just first verse, if you look at, I'll quickly run it, then I will read a little bit so that you will be relishing the actual Katha from Ananda Vrindavan Champu. So Nama, first Satyavratamanu, who is the writer of this Damodar Ashtakam? It is mentioned Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Yasodhaviyo Loka Labdavamanam Paramrustam Atyantato Drutya Gopa. This is the first one verse. After 8 verses, Damodar Ashtakam. 8 verses glorifying Shishi Radha Damodar. Today also we discussed in the morning of the today being Radha Kund appearance day. That's all another pastime. Srimad Radharani in the liquid form appeared as Radha Kund. This is in Vrindavan, Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. That's why it is very significant today. And then other day is Bahulastami. That also we explained. Bahulastami means 8th day. Srimad Radharani appeared in the as Radha Kund. But the pastime, real pastime is the cow and the calf and the tiger. Tiger is trying to kill the calf and the cow at the banks of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund. It is called Bahulavan. By Lord Krishna showed supreme mercy on this cow. So tiger relieved the cow because Lord Krishna appeared right there. Because the cow was very truthful. So he told, wait here, I will go back and tell the maintainer, Brahmana, and also I have to feed, at least last feeding I'll do cow and come back. So tiger said, all right. So that time they want to be killed. No, you stay here, we will go. Calf and the Brahmana said, no, we will go, you be here. We don't want you to give up your life for us. But then all three, no one will, nobody wants to relinquish it. So all three went to tiger. Then Krishna appeared right there and tells tiger, now the cow is being very truthful. You have to give up eating any of them. So by Krishna's mercy, then tiger doesn't eat them. So with that pastime, so the cow became Lord Krishna. She appears as one of the queen, another gopis. She's a Bahula, Bali, not Bali, I think something like that, the name of the gopi. So that is what Bahulavan, named after one of the gopi, one of the queens of Lord Krishna. And the next pastime, after this pastime, in the next life, she became one of the gopi and Lord Krishna married. So Bahulastami is signifying this aspect of Lord Krishna's greatest compassion, showing on the cow. If he is showering that mercy on cow, then imagine what kind of mercy he will give to the human beings. All living it is very merciful. It is we are the one who are rejecting Krishna. So we have to now transfer our attachment, everything to Krishna. That's what we have to do. That is what Baulashtami is. These significance are today. So now coming back to this Damodar month as Nama Rupa Guna Lila is explaining. So Satyavrata Muni is telling first he is offering obeisance. Namami. Namami is Swaram Ananda Rupam. Nama means offering obeisances. First he wants to be empowered. I don't have power to explain or write these verses. Give me power. So that's why he's offering obeisances. Sarva Shaktiman. So he is my only master. So he is only my maintainer. So he's offering his obeisances to draw the energy. That's why we offer prayers before or we do kirtan. Because so that we are rightly situated in right consciousness and we are drawing the intelligence, strength, and everything, then we can speak something. Because matter cannot understand spirit. Let's understand that thing clearly. Matter can never understand spirit. The body cannot understand the soul. Soul is of a higher nature. So the material elements cannot. That's why scientists cannot understand. You cannot use your logic and argument to understand the spirit. You can't understand because it's not material. It is spiritual. It needs love. In this world, also mother's love is the greatest. You eat anywhere in throughout any in the whole world, any restaurant, it won't be equal to mother. Because why? Mother is doing with mamata, love, greatest love. Here, Yashodama is also waking up at 3 or 3:30 to churn the butter, make everything nice, wonderful sweets, milk, yogurt, everything. Always thinking what my Lala is going to do, what he's going to eat, how he is going to dress, when he will take bath. Everything. She's always meditating on Krishna throughout the day because this is mamata, this is love. Mother has that. Whether child rejects, sometimes many times kids, after they grow up and they get the first job, no more tata, bye bye. They will do that these days. This is a modern culture. That's a that kind of trend goes on in today's world. But they don't understand that minute we behave like that, at the end it will same thing will happen to us. What we do with children or ourselves we do with parents, the same thing will happen to us also. Action is reaction is always there. So that's why we have to be careful how what we teach, what we show by our own actions as parents. The child will catch, even though you don't need to tell, they will catch automatically. If you behave exactly like how we are supposed to, as per Vedic knowledge, with our parent, then the children also will behave with us also. It's a natural training by seeing, pratyaksha, by seeing what we do, how we are cultured in terms of our relationships. It's very important. So that's why in Vrindavan, whole pastime of this Damodar Leela also, how much you can see with Yashoda and Krishna, Yashoda and gopis. Yeah, even though they are complaining a lot, but it is to do with they want to hear about Krishna. They want to see Krishna. They want to see Yasodamai. They want to be with their associates. That's why they may complain. On the name of complaining, they will come and they want to be in that association. So this is a so Namam Iswaram Sachidananda. Iswara means again supreme control. First he is talking about Tattva Visesh. So Sanatana Goswami writing there is Tattva Visesh, Rupa Visesh, Saundarya Visesh, Lila Visesh, Guna Visesh. So all is Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. So as we transfer our everyday thing of Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila of material aspects, we transfer to the spiritual aspect with Krishna in the center, then we can actually purify and perfect our life. That is what the first verse signifies. Since in the interest of time, I didn't go in detail. Let me quickly read because I want you to relish the sweet pastime part of it. So this is Ananda Vrindavan Champu by Srila Kavi Karnapur, who is a great poet. Uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate, Sivananda Sen's son, Puridas. There are 3 or 4 names he has. One of the name is Puridas, Shivananda's son. He was being blessed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he is able to write amazing transcendental literature. Here, this is chapter 6 from Ananda Vrindavan Champu, binding Sri Krishna. Deliverance of the Himalayan trees. The following episode occurred one day during Krishna, next Sunday. This is Diwali. Diwali day is the one actual pastime happened, this binding Krishna. But whole month it is celebrated. Following episode occurred one day during Krishna's transcendental pastimes in Gokula. Though any number of maid servants could have done this chore, Yashoda tactfully engaged them elsewhere in order to show her expertise in preparing butter. With her own hands, which appeared as soft and elegant as lotus flowers, Yashoda personally churned butter for her beloved boy. Remember, internal churning, not external churning. It seems external churning here, but she's doing both. She's singing songs while churning. So internally is happening, externally is all both ways. She's pure. The beauty of her delicate arms put Lotus stem to shame. As she rhythmically pulled the rose back and forth, the jingling of her emerald studded bangles resounded like the bells on the feet of dancers. So everybody is cooperating. Whatever she has, everything is transcendental. We can't understand this because in the material world, bangles doesn't talk, hearing doesn't talk. In spiritual, everything talks. Everything has a consciousness. The tree has a consciousness, bird has a consciousness, river has a consciousness, ocean has a consciousness. Everyone is in relation. It is not like this in the material world. So that's why it is mentioned all this. They are making the sounds to make the mridanga, kartal, all these sounds naturally. When she is singing, all of them are helping, supporting her in that rasa, pastime. When her hair braid, untied jewels, flowers, peacock feather decorating in fell to the ground, as shooting stars beautify the dense darkness of night. Similarly, these falling items increase the beauty of the earth. So I have to cut some of this because it's too long. A loud sound resembling the roaring of the ocean rose out of the wide mouth of Yashoda's butter pot. The drops of yogurt spilling out of the pot, falling on the golden border of Yashoda's sari, made it look even more attractive. So because they why because some are parent child, mothers are attracted to the child. However, he may behave, he or she may behave. Mother wants always, where is my child? When is coming? I have to cook, I have to make this, I have to arrange this. Always, mother is always thinking. However, the child may behave. Same thing here. Yashodama is always thinking, however naughty he may be, however running he may be, however stealing he may be, for her, she is the one and only. She belongs to her. Basically, he belongs. Krishna belongs to her. He is mine. That is the idea. Yashoda, mine. I am his. He is mine only. He doesn't. He doesn't belong to anybody. Yashodama is exclusive rights to Krishna, and Krishna also thinks that. As Acharya Sekman, Nirapeksham Munim Santam Nirvairam Sarva Bhuteshu Uyet Angri Renubi. Krishna is telling in 11th canto to Uddhava, I didn't get the glorification in the whole world. Everybody is glorifying. It is not because of me. Actually, I am getting glorification because I am getting all these from the sadhus, from the brahmanas. I am running behind them. That's why I am being glorified. Because of their pure devotion, I am being glorified. So, Uyet Angri Renubi, I am running behind them. So that means if Krishna himself is running behind the pure devotees, so we have to follow in Krishna's footsteps. So then we can also become blissful, ecstatic, transformational. So that is what here we can understand. Krishna felt hungry and anxious to drink Yashoda's breast milk. In a threatening voice, Krishna said, either you stop to feed me or I will break the churning pot. Suddenly, one who churns the heart of everyone. So there is another significance. Anything we do, it has to be giving pleasure to Krishna. Yashoda is thinking, stop feeding. She is thinking, if I don't pick up the milk and make into nice, milk and boil it and then yogurt, butter and yogurt, everything, all these products, how will it come? What will I feed Krishna if they are not there? They will burn, then or it will go into the stove. What is the use? It will be wasted. Then I have to get outside milk. Here, my own cow's milk is there. Everything is nice. I myself is doing. So I should offer this. That's why she want to put Krishna down. But Krishna that, I came all the way from Golok Vrindavan here for this purpose or what? She is putting down. No, how can you put down? I came all the way to give you rasa, to enjoy happiness with you, and then you want to put me down and go do something else. It doesn't make any sense. That's what Krishna is telling. He becomes cranky now. just like our child will become cranky. Suddenly, the one who churns the hearts of everyone in creation forcefully caught the churning rod. Yashoda stopped, sat Krishna on her lap, and happily fed him while gazing at his loosely hanging curly dark blue hair. Yashoda's heart swelled with appreciation of Krishna's wonderfully gentle nature. Just at that time in the kitchen, some boiling milk foamed up in the pot. Fearing it might spill over, Yashoda left her son and ran to the kitchen. This deeply pierced the core of Krishna's heart. Becoming angry, if this is transcendental anger. Anything Krishna does is transcendental. He picked up a rock, as we have Ranachor and Kshirachor, Makanchor, so many. Say anything Krishna does, even there's a place in Mathura, Muchastan, Krishna did urinated. That place is also glorified. So anything Krishna transcendental, and there is nothing material about it. So Yashoda left her son and ran to the kitchen. This deeply pierced the core of Krishna's heart. Becoming angry, he picked up a rock and broke the butter pot. Churned butter flowed in all directions across the floor. In a fearful yet playful mood, Krishna ran through the butter and romped up from room to room, engaging in more mischief. Stealthily entering the milk storeroom, Krishna quickly ate small amounts of freshly churned butter from various pots. From relishing his favorite food, he soon felt satisfied and gave up his anger. Why is it favorite food? Krishna likes butter because butter is what? After so long of churning, when the heart is constantly meditating on Krishna, Krishna wants to taste it. That becomes more sweeter. Just like a rabdi, the any sweet which is very thick and after so much boiling, it becomes really, really good. So same thing when the heart is so much, somebody's intense separation is there. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, Yugayitam Nimeshana Chakshusha Pravrushayitam Sunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virhename. That intense separation is there, then naturally it becomes they can't tolerate even one moment. One moment is considered as 12 years. So that is what Krishna wants to taste the rasa. So that is why he was angry, he's breaking the pots and he wants tasting the butter. Butter, mystery. This is what Krishna did. Krishna doesn't like these dry fruits and all these things. No. He wants the butter, mystery, sweets. So that's why in all ISKCON temples, in every offering, pretty much sweet is there. For you, we may be dieting. For Krishna, there is no dieting. Okay. So Krishna is always like sweets, so you should offer. So you can distribute to others, but don't stop offering sweet to Lord. So he doesn't need, means in your coffee, tea, you don't want to put sugar, fine. But for Lord in the milk, you offer, please offer sugar. Or unless it is already sweet, that's fine. But if it is not sweet enough, then you should add something or put it in separate bowl. That's fine. But you have to do that because it is for his pleasure, not that it is for me. Whatever I like, I will offer. Okay, in the beginning, it's fine. But later on, we have to come to the point what you like, what our acharyas like. That's what we have to come to develop taste. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likes. So that's why these 4 months have 4 restrictions. Why? Every throughout the year we are thinking, what will I eat? We will ask wife. Husband going to the office. What are you going to make today for me? So like that. Wife also says, what are you bringing today from market? But nobody is thinking that Krishna, what are you going to eat today? What do you want me to cook? Tell me. So no one is asking that. But Krishna wants to bring that attention. So he doesn't need anything from us, but he will become more inclined. He will be obliged actually. Here, that's what is going on. He wants to eat butter, he wants to eat all these things from all these gopis' houses. Everything is there in Yasodamai's house. He doesn't need. But still he wants to go because they are churning their heart. They want to offer their heart to Krishna. So obviously Krishna has to go. Otherwise, who is their shelter? How they are going to get their love? So that is the beauty of this wonderful pastime. So the pastimes of Krishna enjoyed at this time appear to be classic performance on a dramatic stage. While standing on grinding mortar in the courtyard and anxiously looking around for the mother Yashoda, Krishna peeled fresh butter to all the assembled children and monkeys. The fortunate Yashoda, Krishna is so compassionate, always thinking, whom I will give. Especially Radharani is even more compassionate. And more compassionate is the spiritual masters, associates of Srimad Radharani. Coming down from spiritual world, they are never conditions. There are two categories of people. Nitya Siddha, that means at any point of time they are jivas like us, but they are not conditioned at any point. They don't have 4 defects, imperfect sense, cheating propensity, all these things they don't have. Even though they look like us, they look Same, like us. They're also eating. They're also working. Everything same. Like Srila Prabhupada, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka Swami, Vishnu Swami, all the great acharyas. They look same. They do the same, similar things, but it is not same. Their activities are spiritual. They are pure devotees of the Lord. They are coming down from spiritual world to the material world to give us on behalf of Krishna. They are coming. So that is why Krishna religious more those who wants to offer in that pure love. These all these gopis, Rajavasis, they are so much intense. Intensity is there. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Initially is fine. Any bhakti. Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra, anything is fine. But later on, we have to increase that intensity. Right? In office also, you keep on doing the same work. Everybody wants to be a manager. Everybody wants a sweeper. No. Everybody wants promotion. Everybody wants some more bonus. Yes? Yes. In this world, yes. Business, everything wants to grow. Nobody wants a unhappiness. Nice home, nice car, nice clothes, nice gifts, everything nice outside. But inside, what is there in the mind? What is there in the heart? That we don't check. So that's what we have to bring it to. External to internal. This whole pastime is always bring it back. Internal. Churn the heart. Then more we churn, more things go. You will be amazed. Hey, Baba, I never did this. How come these reactions are coming out? Yes, millions of births of lifetimes of balance is there standing. It is not given. This life only given certain portion because you can't even survive one day. If the whole balance is given of pious, impious, we can't survive even one day. So that's why only certain balance is given each life. We have to go again another life. But if one who is performing Krishna conscious activities, this life's balance will be cleared. Even the past lives, whatever prarabdha karma is there, all that will be cleared as well. So that's why there are three kinds of devotees: Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. Within that also there is again three: Kanishta, Madhyama, Kanishta, Uttama. Madhyama again, Madhyama Kanishta, Madhyama Uttama. Uttama Kanishta, Uttama Madhyama, Uttama. So this is what everything is there in Prabhupada books, but we haven't read. That's where the problem is. We don't know what it means, what is devotion service means, or what are the stages of devotion service means, what we are supposed to, what we are not supposed to. That's why we have to read and hear regularly. Then everything will be clear. Everything will be clear. So let's read one more paragraph. We'll stop already 109. So we'll stop in 3 minutes. The pastimes of Krishna enjoyed at this time appear to be classic performance on a dramatic stage. While standing on grinding mortar in a courtyard and anxiously looking around for the mother Yashoda, Krishna fed fresh butter to all the assembled children and monkeys. Krishna is favorite, all the calves. Just like in this world, you go by the cow, you try to take the milk. At least I did milking of the cow. I know cow will hit with like. But if you go to the calf, no, cow will run after you because cow is attached to the calf. So that's why you try to jump to Krishna, Krishna will not pay attention. But if you jump to his pure devotee representative, yes, Krishna will see who is that. Is telling my pure devotee's name. Who is calling my devotee? Who is attached to my pure devotee? Like Yashodamai or cohort boys. Anybody attached to Krishna's representative, immediately Krishna will be running behind you. You don't need to run towards Krishna because you are running after them. Same way, just like if you run behind calf, cow will come naturally. So this is the essence. This is the essence. The fortunate Yashoda, whose jewel-like son bedicks the entire creation, took the boiling milk off stove and returned to Krishna. The fame of attaining Krishna as her son enhanced the brilliant beauty of Yashoda's body. She wanted to embrace her son and console him, but not finding him there, she became morose. In a mood of lamentation, she frantically searched everywhere for Krishna. She found some broken pots emitting innumerable streams of yogurt that flowed across the floor, making it slippery and white in color. Out of anger, Krishna had smashed many clay pots, which now lay strewn on the floor in hundreds of pieces. Mother Yashoda thought, alas, what has happened? Why is this yogurt pot broken? At first, she could not understand, but upon seeing the small rock, she concluded that Krishna had perpetrated this naughty act. With a look of surprise, Mother Yashoda touched the tip of her nose with the index finger of her beautiful left hand and thought, how could my child show such impudence? I tried so patiently to train him properly, so how could he behave so horribly? So there's much more to say, but we have to stop because time is Krishna as well. So that this is a beautiful pastime. This is also what we just read last few lines also. All these are verses in Bhagavatam in 10th canto in the 9th chapter. Drishtve Parishramam Krishna. Hmm. Yashodama is so much endeavoring, so much hard labor. There also exhaustion in material things. What it will produce? Exhaustion in material things. You'll find people will find fault. Despite you work, the husband, wife, you may work, but nobody is satisfied. Nobody is satisfied. So till the end, you'll go on working, but no one will be satisfied. Even in the office, the same thing. You may do. Very rarely you will get accolades, or very rarely you will get. You can't be happy with that. You can go on working, but if you do it in the heart with Krishna in the center, then doesn't matter whether you get accolades or not. Accolades, you will be happy. You will not be looking for getting the glorification from others, because naturally you will be internally content. Nothing matters outside anything happening. So the exhaustion will give frustration in the material activities. The same exhaustion you do spiritual activities, no frustration. It increases the bliss. That's what is happening. Externally, Yashodama is exhausted, running behind, churning the yogurt from 3:30. But internally, she is not exhausted. She is in a great bliss. She is even externally showing anger. Why did he do this naughty? Let me bind him. Let me show him something so that he doesn't repeat. But internally, she is so happy. At least Krishna doing some activity now. So mischievous child. We want to record the children's activities. First step, first move, first talk. Here also same thing. Everything you have to relate. Then you understand. You enjoy this rasa, beautiful pastime of this Yashodamai binding Krishna. Anyways, Yashoda Damodar ki jai. Sugada Damodar ki jai.